So, I'm going to tell the story about how I found out that my grandpa died. I'm still dealing with this. I'm not expecting myself to get over this one, but so I was I started off a normal day, went to school, just listened to music, legit, that's all I ever did in school. I just went there, sat down, listened to music, and went home. But when I went to lunch, and I don't know, I can't remember if I was texting my mom or not. I think I was talking to her a little bit, and while I was talking to her, I don't know, it seemed like everything was going okay. Like, it was, I think I talked to her, I don't remember. A little bit later in class, I got a phone call. My teacher said, "Alright, honey, you're going home." I'm like, huh, alright, well, something happened. Because I'm always so used to, thinking negative things that, I mean, I didn't have a doctor's appointment, I didn't have anything. First thing I thought, somebody died. The first person that went in my head was Miss Nancy, and that's my mom's patient. I thought that she was gonna go home, take me to school early because, she was sad because her patient died, or I honestly thought it was my grandma. We all know that I call her Munga, so I thought it was Munga. And a little bit, I think I might have thought Papa, but I didn't know. He would be the last person I would think about to die. And as I was walking down to the office, I was like, dang it, dude, Munga died. I wasn't sad, I wasn't crying, I was just preparing myself. So I walked down to the office, and I'm looking for Papa. I'm like, well, where is he? Where's Papa? And I'm standing there, I'm getting upset, and the girl that was there was super fucking rude, dude. And I was looking around, and I'm like, alright, well, he's not here. And she was on the phone, and I was like, excuse me, I'm going home. She turned her back on me. So then, about 10, 15, legit, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes later, she's like, yo, so what you need now? And I'm like, I'm going home. She's like, oh yeah, go to the attendance room. I'm like, I waited here for that long just for you to tell me that. So I go down there, and I wait down there. I say, I'm going home. I wait down there for another little bit, and I don't know why it crossed my mind. I don't know why I didn't think anything happened to him. I'm just like, huh, alright, well, me being the oblivious idiot, but at the same time I also thought that he was with Munga, and my mom's coming to pick me up. So I sit down there for another 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then I hear my mom, I hear my cousin Kirsty, and they walk in, and my mom's crying, and Kirsty's, she's trying to not cry, and my mom just looks at me and just says, Papa passed away. I'm like, what? And I sat there. I didn't cry. I just sat there. And my mom instantly hugged me and started grabbing my head, and I was in shock, and I was surprised by it a lot. And I just rubbed my eyes. I'm like, what? And a part of me wanted to laugh, and I felt very bad about that. Part of me wanted to laugh, and I stood up, and I kind of swayed a little bit, I bumped in, and they're like, come on, we gotta go, he's at the hospital. So we get in the car, everybody's crying. We get into my cousin's dad's car, truck, and we get into his truck, and he has a really nice truck. But as we're driving there, I have my headphones in, I'm just listening to music, crying a little bit, not anything crazy, but like tears are coming down, you know, the whole ride there. And I tried not to be super loud with it. I just looked out the window, then I took on my headphones sometime, and I was just listening to everybody talk. I was like in my own little world. I was thinking about him, and also at the same time just in disbelief. When we get there, everybody's waiting at the door. It was me, Kirsty, her dad, Ricky, my mom, Jamie, my aunt, Stacy, my uncle, Billy, and my grandma, Munga. And we're walking up, and my other uncle was there, Uncle Daryl, and my other aunt Jeanette, my cousin Matt, and Ricky's wife Michelle. And we walk in, and as we're walking up, Kirsty comes up behind me. She's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You're not okay." I'm like, "I know I'm not okay." And I hug her, and I'm crying, and my uncle's a mess, and he's crying. Everybody's crying. So we go in, and we go to his room. It's hard to see him not moving. When I walked out, I was happy I got to see him. As dark as that sounds, I was happy to see him, but I was crying. I was in disbelief. Everybody was crying, and I sat there and I told him the lost raccoon story, and I was just looking at him. I was holding his hand, and the places that we were all holding were warm, and it was weird because as I was holding on to his hand and his arm, you felt him slowly starting to get cold, you know. It was weird holding his hand and him not squeezing back, and it was weird for him to not wake up. It was weird to give him a hug and not for him to hug me back. It was weird to say that I love him and not say it back. It was weird for me to kiss him and not kiss back. It was weird. It was weird to see the tube in his throat. All of it was weird. And going home just felt weird. So I went home. The first thing I did is I made the video. I sat in my swing and I just listened to music. I was like, yo, I'm done. So I made that video, and family came over all that week, like every day of the week. And I hate to admit it, but we had fun, dude. We had hell a lot of fun, and I feel bad because he's not there to see it. I was actually outside doing things. I was playing with my cousins. Me and my cousins are getting along now. It's awesome. I feel like he would be proud in that way. We're all okay. That we're all good again. I mean, I think we are. At least to an extent, It's weird to do things and not have him be here. It's weird to be here alone because I was never here alone recently, like I would be alone when we lived here, but when I used to come over, just to like come over, you know, he would always be there sitting in the chair, and I would always tell him these raccoon stories, and like we'd play a game. No matter what, I love to like try to make him laugh, dude. Say some funny, stupid things, you know, just joke around with him. It's hard, because I'm not gonna have that again, dude. You know, yeah, no, he wasn't. He was. You know, he wasn't just my grandpa. He was my friend, my buddy, my pal, my dad, really. He was a lot. I lived with him for 14 years. I seen him every day for 16 years. And if I didn't see him, I talked to him some way, somehow, you know. I would always send him videos of raccoons or something stupid of that. His funeral showing were the hardest. I remember going to the showing excited and happy, not because he was dead, because I got to see him. I got to touch him. I got to talk to him. I just got to see him. And I told myself, I'm not gonna cry. I'm happy. I want to laugh. I'm gonna see him. And as soon as I saw him, dude, I cried. I didn't think that. I don't know. I didn't think it would be that bad. I mean, I was happy to see him. But at the same time, I was sad to see him like that, so. A little day goes by, you know. After a little while, me and Landon, we go outside and we play a little bit, you know, just run around doing stupid things. Stealing Coke, Diet Coke, Pepsi, I'm sorry, Sprite. Stealing the snacks and going outside and just talking about life and Papa in general. We adventured and just talked, dude. I got to stay back. We all did. Like, the main family got to, like, stay back and, like, talk to him, just have alone time, and, I remember what I remember a little bit of it. I'm gonna try my hardest. I don't know if this is 1,000%, but I know one part of it is. I went up to him and I said, I love you. I told him a mini raccoon story. I told him everybody's gonna be here, Laurel's, raccoon eggs, Godzilla, and like we all stopped, you know, fighting for you, and they're all gonna be here tomorrow. Godzilla's gonna rip the roof off the funeral home, and you know, they're all gonna be here, and I'm gonna watch you, and thank you, and I love you, and thank you for taking me to school and picking me up and just being there. You know, there was this one time in the car where we were talking about something about that. I don't remember what it was, but I was gonna look at you and tell you, like, you're like a dad to me. And I never did, because I figured you would already know, and I just would have felt awkward. You know. I love you. You're my friend, you're my buddy, you're my pal. I love you. I just kind of stood there and cried, and I was sitting there crying, and somebody came up behind. My mom was like, alright, you gotta go, and I just looked at him. He never said goodbye, so he said toodles. Because there was never a goodbye, there was always toodles. And so I was walking away and I said toodles. Because I'm gonna see him again. Oh. But yeah. Everybody was behind me all of a sudden, and we all go up and look at him again, then we just leave, and we're out there. And then we all went outside, and we all took a shot. You know, I shouldn't say that, but it was his favorite. It was something 7. But yeah, and then we all went home. I went to the store afterwards. I went to the store that morning too, but that doesn't really matter. But the next day, the funeral, same thing. Just walked in, looked at him, said goodbye to him, and we went outside, and they did the 21 guns and the trumpet thing, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. They did the flag thing. We got his flag and went inside and listened to the music that they had playing, and you know, stuff that people had to say. I went first, and I think I went last. I went first and last, I believe. I just said that, you know, we used to tell funny raccoon stories, and dude was like, oh, well, how about y'all tell us one? I'm like, nah, we'll go on forever and ever. And then the last thing I said was, you know, he would probably do something for you even if he didn't like you. I was serious about that, and everybody laughed. I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck, you know. But, you know, I don't know what they meant by it, but it was hard because I carried him to the hearse. I carried him to his grave. In the lobby, waiting to take him to the hearse, me and Landon were shooting a bracelet around. I don't know why that's important to the story. It was a gay pride bracelet, and he got buried with quarters, you know, just in case you need some in the afterlife. But after that, everything just seems to go downhill. You know, people are fighting. Everybody's talking about people behind their backs, and especially to me, dude. My mom said that my grandpa was disappointed in me. I don't think he was disappointed. I just think he got mad at the way that I acted sometimes, you know. She told me that. I do regret saying this. She's like, he's disappointed in you. I'm like, I don't care if he's mad at me, disappointed at me, happy, sad, mad at me. I don't care. You know, he's not here to do anything. He's not using anything. He's not doing anything. I just don't care, and I just really legit don't care. I don't care about anything. I'm taking medicine now for anxiety, stress, depression. I'm getting my hands on whatever I can honestly take right now. That's for real. Just give me a pill and I'll take it. I don't even know what I'm taking right now. This is one pill. I have no clue. It's the one pill that does all of it, but I know it's for all of that. It's also for stress, anxiety. It's everything, and I just don't know. But yeah. I wanted to share my story, how I took it, how I found out, how I feel. And thank you for wasting 20 minutes with me.